Philosophical Police by Slavoj Žižek. This is from his article, Intellectuals Not Gadflies, published in Critical Inquiry in 2008. One of the main anti-totalitarian cliches is that of intellectuals, in Paul Johnson's infamous use of the term, seduced by the authentic touch of violent spectacles and outbursts, in love with the ruthless exercise of power, which supplements their wimpy existence. This draws a long line from Plato and Rousseau to Heidegger, not to mention the standard list of the dupes of Stalinism, Brecht, Sartre. According to liberal common wisdom, philosophers in politics stand for a catastrophic misfortune. Beginning with Plato, they either miserably fail or succeed in supporting tyrants. The reason, so the story goes on, is that philosophers try to impose their notion on reality, violating it. No wonder that, from Plato to Heidegger, they are resolutely anti-democratic, with the exception of some empiricists and pragmatists. So when the common wisdom hears of Marxists who defend Marx, claiming that his ideas were not faithfully realized in Stalinism, the reply goes, "Thank God! It would have been even worse to fully realize them." Heidegger at least was willing to draw consequences of his catastrophic experience and conceded that those who think ontologically have to err ontically, that the gap is irreducible, that there is no philosophical politics proper. It thus seems that G.K. Chesterton was fully justified in his ironic proposal to install a special corps of policemen who are also philosophers. It is their business to watch the beginnings of this conspiracy, not merely in a criminal but in a controversial sense. The work of the philosophical policeman is at once bolder and more subtle than that of the ordinary detective. The ordinary detective goes to pothouses to arrest thieves. We go to artistic tea parties to detect pessimists. The ordinary detective discovers from a ledger or a diary that a crime has been committed. We discover from a book of sonnets that a crime will be committed. We have to trace the origin of those dreadful thoughts that drive men on at last to intellectual fanaticism and intellectual crime. Would not thinkers as different as Popper, Adorno, and Levinas also subscribe to a slightly changed version of this idea, where actual political crime is called totalitarianism, and the philosophical crime is condensed in the notion of totality? A straight road leads from the philosophical notion of totality to political totalitarianism, and the task of philosophical police is to discover from a book of Plato's dialogues or a treatise on the social contract by Rousseau that a political crime will be committed. The ordinary political policeman goes to secret